Hey everyone, and thank you for joining us here today. My name is Jenna Amos, and I am a registered dietitian and the Nutrition Communications Manager with Stonyfield Organic. I am so excited to have you here in the pasture at Wonder Why Farms, and joining me today is the Churchill family. So we have Morgan, Sam, Nora, and Jen, and they're gonna answer all of our questions we have about the pasture and farming. So thanks for coming, guys, and thanks for being here and chatting with me.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, of course. So tell me a little bit about the pasture, where we are.
So we're just outside the barn now, and the pastures are for the cows for the grazing season. And we have 21 paddocks that we can rotate through. So we change the paddocks about every 12 hours in the springtime because the grass is growing so fast.
And what's a paddock? I don't know if that's a term.
So a paddock is like this 12 acres. It's all divided up into...
They're about 2-acre paddocks.
Yeah, about 2-acre paddocks.
Okay, so it's like a section of the pasture.
Yeah, so if you divide it up, instead of letting the cows have the whole field, then if you divide it up, then the first acre or two has a chance to grow back.
Okay.
So they're growing in different stages.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the cows will just go out and pick all the clover out, and they'll nibble it right to the ground, and they won't eat the other species as well. So, you know, by breaking it up, it gives them a chance to graze it neater, cleaner, and more even.
Awesome. And how many acres do you have here?
There's 60 acres for the grazing for the cows.
Okay.
And then for the milkers, and then we actually can put them across the road if we have a year like this year was pretty dry, so the pasture didn't grow back as fast. So to meet NOFA requirements, we needed to get them across the road, get them into some more pasture.
Awesome. And this is my very first time on a dairy farm, and my first time with Stonyfield Organic with their live farm tour. So I love hearing all these specifics about, you know, the pasture and everything. And we see some cows here, but how many cows do you guys have in total?
In total, we have about 260 cows.
Okay.
And
144 are milkers. We're milking about 125. The
Okay.
rest are dry on vacation before they have their babies.
Yeah, awesome. And is there a certain standard with the amount of land you need per the amount of cows you have?
Yes, so they have to get 30% of their dry matter from pasture for at least 120 days throughout the grazing season to meet organic requirements.
Okay, awesome, cool. So tell me a little bit about the cows. So I see lots of different colors here, patterns on them. Are those different breeds?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So the brown, like, where did she go?
The light brown one over there?
Yeah,
See him on the side, yeah.
that's Jersey, and then the darker brown ones, those are crossbreeds, so Holstein, which
Yeah.
are the black and white ones, and then they're Jersey crosses. And
The black and white ones.
black and white ones are
Holsteins.
Holsteins, yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Jerseys have better components. Holsteins generally produce a little
More milk.
Okay, that was gonna be my next question. I was gonna ask, you know, about the milk. As a dietitian, I always, you know, care about the food and the milk and kind of what's in it. So the different breeds produce different types of milk?
Yeah.
protein and
qualities.
butter fat, more or
Okay.
less. Jerseys will be a little higher protein, butter fat.
Yeah.
And then Holsteins get
Holsteins,
more milk.
yeah, tend to be a little more milk.
Okay.
Yeah, not always.
And does the breed of the cow impact like their temperament or their behavior or anything like that?
Jerseys tend to be like a little more nosy, kind of
Okay.
like check things out. And Jerseys, they lead a lot better than Holsteins normally. Oh, Holsteins they lead pretty good too, but not quite as good as a Jersey.
Yeah, that's awesome. So in addition to, you know, the breeds, does each cow have its own like unique personality?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah?
They all do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We have some cows that are extremely sassy, and then you can have
Okay.
a cow that just lazy,
Right.
doesn't want to do anything.
And so then do you have to treat them differently because they have different personalities?
Some cows, they do not want to milk, so they'll sit in their stall or eat grass, and
Yeah.
then we have to go and get them and push them through the robot.
Okay. But you guys know which cows have which personalities and
Oh yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
Some of them would rather not be touched, and that's why the robot's ideal for them.
Yeah.
They can just do their thing, and others like you to be with them and hold their hand.
Everest.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I know we were talking a little bit before, but do you guys have any favorite cows?
Yes.
Okay. And you could say it quietly if you don't want to, you know, offend the cows that are here.
Who's your favorite?
My favorites are Everest, Felicia, Noel, I have quite a few. DMV.
Yeah.
I'll just take those.
Yeah, those are your top 3 right now?
What's your favorite, Nora?
I have a lot.
You have a lot.
Just pick a couple.
Say it loud so they can hear you.
Biggie, Outlaw. I can't think of.
Why do you like Biggie, Nora?
I can't think of any other cows I don't like.
Yeah, but why do you like Biggie?
Because when I was like 4, I could always go over to her, lay on her, and go to bed.
Take a nap. Take a nap on her belly. Yeah.
And I was milking her when I was just about 2. She would just stand there and let me milk her.
I love that. Jen, Morgan, any favorite cows?
Oh, my favorite cow is Everest because
Yeah.
she, when you walk up to her to pet her, she'll back off and she's like, nope, you're not petting me.
Yeah.
But if I just stand there for a minute, then she'll come in and let me pet her. It's on
Yeah.
her terms.
Yeah.
So I think it's just kind of fun.
I like it. Independent cow.
Yeah.
So the names are great. Do you have any like specific process that goes into the names or just kind of what you're feeling like?
So, every single cow, their mother's first letter in their name that's what their daughter
Daughters.
has to start with.
Okay.
But we don't generally name them till they have their
Have
first
their
baby,
first calf.
so that we know their personality to try to fit with.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Love that. I think that's something that I never realized being on or seeing, a dairy farm from the outside is, how much, personality the cows have, and they're really like your pets out here.
They were our first children.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. They were right.
That's awesome. Well, I wonder if we can get some cows over here to hang out with us.
I think they'll be friendly.
Yeah.
We might have to move for them.
I don't see anybody. Outlaw left.
Yeah.
Doves maybe.
Deli, you want to come over?
And is this typically how they're fed out here? Or?
So we're on kind of a winter ration now because
Okay.
we are so dry. So we don't generally feed them out in pasture, but
Yep.
this grass is not real quality.
It's
Produced
been frosted at least 3 times, so it's starting to die off.
Okay.
The season, we're getting to the end of the season now.
Yeah. Speaking of frost, how do the cows like the winter? Do you change anything with, how they're feeding, what they're doing?
Well, so in the wintertime, they're fed in the barn, and if they want to go outside, we call it the veranda, so
Okay.
they can kind of go outside. It's a concrete pad, and they go out there, and it'll be 20 below outside, but if it's sunny, there's nothing to have 30 or 40 animals all packed out on that veranda just soaking up the sun.
Yeah.
And they kind of filter in and out throughout the day, and some other ones go out, and
my
some
gosh.
come back in, and
So who is this? Who do we have today?
Delmonica.
Delmonico.
So she
Ready?
had a baby before she should have, so we didn't think she was going to make the cut, but
Yeah.
she did a good job.
Oh my gosh, they're so friendly. Hey, buddy. Hey.
Most cows you try to walk over to at other farms, they'll run away from you, but ours,
Ours are extra friendly.
Yeah, they're very, very friendly.
we feed them milk and all that in the beginning, and
Mm-hmm.
Well, every farmer does.
You
I
feed
think
them
a
special.
lot of it is you have the young children, and then the calves in kind of the tie stall in the barn. The kids are always running and racing around them,
Yeah.
kind of chaotically. So they get used to that, and they kind of stay calmer.
Yeah, yeah.
Desensitized.
Yeah, desensitized. And then actually with the robotic milkers, the cows are kind of like they're just kind of wandering around the barn. We're not ever pushing them. We're not pushing them to go milk. They
Right,
milk whenever
right.
they want. So
They're their own boss.
Yeah.
you move for them now. They don't move for you.
They're running the farm here. So how many calves do you typically have at a time on the farm here?
Usually about 10.
I would say
Roughly.
on milk.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's under 3 months old.
Yeah, awesome. I know the baby cows are always so cute and people love them. So
Such a short
Goodness.
period, just as child.
yeah, yeah.
but we got, well, actually, her calf over there,
Yeah, that
she
Mhm.
had such a cute little, I'm pretty sure it's a Jersey.
Yeah, it's a Jersey cross.
She's like
Mm-hmm.
that big.
She's
My
tiny
goodness.
and
Yeah.
so cute. But you could walk over to her, she'll get right up, turn around backwards, and start trying to eat you because she's hungry.
Yeah.
We feed her a bottle, and she's not that big.
Right, right. Goodness. Do cows like to be scratched anywhere in particular or pet anywhere?
Depends on
Some
the cow.
cows.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because some don't like to be touched, right?
Yeah.
Some, yeah.
Okay.
Some
Like-
like their forehead itch because they can't really reach it, or their
Okay.
butts.
Yeah.
Biggie's got, she can't reach her butt now.
Mm.
So if you go and itch her butt, it'll look like she's sucking on a bottle, and she's like,
She's loving it.
It's in complete relaxation.
Yeah.
She almost fell when I was on her back.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Love it. So how do you guys tell if the cows maybe aren't feeling super well, something like that?
Behind their ears
Well,
or
their
on their
ears.
back
Okay.
won't be warm. It'll be colder.
Okay.
You can also,
after they calve, they may have milk fever or something, so that usually
Yeah.
makes their body temperature go down a little bit. But
Yeah.
their nose, same as us if you get a runny nose.
their
Right.
their eyes will start to kind of recess in a little bit.
You want to come over and say hi? Goodness.
You look at them enough, you can kind
You
of
can tell. It's slow and sluggish
Personality-wise.
and cold.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say you know their personalities so well and are so in tune with their personalities that you really could probably.
Same as your kids usually know they're sick before they know they're sick.
Yeah. Love it. I also don't think I realized like how big the cows were before I came out here. But they're like really gentle giants. They're so friendly.
She's a pretty good sized cow, but Felicia, she's
She's the tallest cow in our barn.
Okay.
she's taller than me by quite
But
a bit.
she'll let, same thing. Half the cows here will let me just sit on them and lay on them.
But Felicia doesn't, or she does.
No, she does.
She does.
That-
Okay.
Most like, oh, you go. Felicia.
Oh no.
They were new sneakers.
My goodness. Lay of the land. So what are your guys' favorite things about being out here and, being a farmer and being with the cows?
My favorite thing is they could be with us
Yeah.
all the time.
I love that.
No
Yeah.
daycare. They were with us from day one. He was in the barn at 2 weeks old. and she
Wow.
was a
My
day
goodness.
old, and,
Yeah.
they've been with us every day since then. So
Yeah.
that's my favorite part, I guess.
My favorite part is getting up at 4:30 and at 7:30 every day.
I was gonna say if you don't say being with your family now too, then
Yeah. No, being with the family.
yeah.
Being able to teach them all the things on the farm, like the other day I was teaching Sam how to weld. I mean, how many 13-year-olds get to weld? So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just, and she's wrangling calves and they're doing their chores and, it's a good work ethic,
Yeah, for sure.
They're learning a lot of skills.
Yeah. Do you guys have any favorite chores that you're doing?
Haying,
Yeah.
really haying.
Sounds like you like napping on the cows. Is that your favorite chore?
She's starting to learn how to drive tractors now.
Okay.
Pretty good at picking out cows that aren't feeling well when you scrape around the barn.
Yeah.
She's an encyclopedia too for their names.
Yeah. I know. I could tell when we were out here before you were picking them out.
She knows.
All their names so well.
Yeah.
Love it.
Some I don't quite know because they don't like me or, Dovey, are you coming back?
And which breed was this one again?
Jersey.
The Jersey. Okay.
Jersey. And Jerseys tend to be quite a little bit smaller than Holsteins.
Okay.
Tend to be.
Yeah, I could see the size difference.
How's that working, Nora? Is it better?
She's a Jersey. They don't like to.
Well, she was headed to
drop
eat and you're interrupting her.
Yeah.
You're in-
Let her eat, sweetie.
Yeah. She's a little hungry.
So now I'm out of here.
Yeah, I know. She's like, I'm over it. It's fine. Yes. Any fun cow facts you guys have? Or maybe a great cow story? This is all very new for me, so honestly, anything is going to be exciting and sound fun to me. So.
My favorite cow is Daisy. She's
Okay.
a little Angus cross, nothing special, but every time she has a baby, I'm her calf.
Yeah.
So she gets really protective and she won't let anybody
Wow.
near me.
She doesn't care about her real calf,
Yeah.
but she won't for like a month. Or,
Well, no.
For a month, Mom is her calf.
Yeah.
She licks me when
Wow.
I go
Yeah.
bath and I
Yeah.
go out there, so
And then I can't go within 100 feet of her.
Mhm.
Literally.
Yeah.
she knows that he irritates me.
So she's
Once in a
protective
while.
over you. Gosh, I love that. I think just a common theme I'm hearing over and over again is, how, personal your relationship is with the cows. And they all have such unique and great personalities and you just know them so well.
Another fun thing about cows is with Holsteins, we like to breed them to red and white.
Okay.
So red and white is a gene, so that the calf could come out red and white colors.
Okay.
So the cow has to have the red and white gene, and then of course the bull you breed them to has to have the red and white gene.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't always have the red and white calf, so it's kind of like a little gambling thing. It's
Right,
kind of
right,
fun
right,
just
yeah.
to see,
Yeah.
And then sometimes when you crossbreed Jerseys and Holsteins, normally they typically come out to be black, but sometimes they come out with white spots.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of wonder, like, well, there's,
Yeah.
either side, there's not a lot
Like,
of.
where did this come from?
Yeah, the variety. It's kind of neat. So.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely being up close with the cows, I see how unique all their coats are and really how different they are. I think, for me, I was like, oh, cows are black and white, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
But there's such variety in how they look.
Or
Yeah.
like Biggie, that blue brown Swiss. I've never seen a cow that color in my whole entire life.
They're sort of rare.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
then we were at my uncle's farm, and me and my dad had to go because he was having problems with a cow having a calf. We got up there and we pulled twins out. One was red and white Holstein, and the other one was black and white Holstein.
Yeah.
Which is really
Which
rare.
is extremely
Yeah.
Really rare.
Do you know when the cows are having twins, or is that something that's a surprise?
That's a
day of?
surprise.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh! Wow.
A lot this spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seven.
Wow. 7 sets of twins.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tends to be a cow third lactation, not
Okay.
necessarily first or second for some reason. Not quite sure why.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And how big are the cows? Like, how much do they weigh?
So I'm guessing an average Holstein animal when they're first born is 60 to 100 pounds.
Okay.
Average.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
then a Jersey is anywhere from 45 to 75, 80.
mhm.
They're not quite as big.
But the adult cows are probably
Oh,
1,400,
Yeah.
1,800 pounds.
Wow.
yeah.
That's amazing.
So it hurts when they step on your foot.
Yeah, no, I could imagine. That's why I'm like, don't want to get too close to them, but they all seem very friendly.
Give your foot heels.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
Well-
These boots are strong. It's okay.
Yeah.
And has that ever happened to you guys? Gotten stepped
Oh
on?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you know exactly what it feels
Stepped
like.
on, kicked, bunted,
Yeah. My goodness.
pooped on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got pooped on last night.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my
It
gosh.
happens.
Yeah.
I got pooped on last night.
It's very possible then. And how much milk do these cows produce?
I think we're averaging 71 pounds.
About 70 pounds right now.
Yeah.
That can be a seasonality thing, and it also can be days of milk. So it depends on how fresh the herd is. So if your days of milk are lower, you tend to be making a little more milk,
Okay.
but then your butter, fat, and protein tend to be a little bit lower
Okay.
because they're making more milk.
Yeah.
So when you get later days in milk, when they're getting closer to dry off, the butter, fat, and protein tends to come up.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Is
you
that
know,
something you guys are testing here? Always is the milk composition?
The labs test that.
Okay.
So every time,
Company does.
yeah, the milk company tests that.
Some farms
Okay.
do it individually, which we did before we moved to the robot. But now that we have the robot, we don't test each cow
Right.
Yeah.
for all herd.
Yeah. Awesome. So we've been chatting for a little bit. No pressure, but do you think I'd be a good farmer?
Sure.
Yeah.
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 Can we get some of the cows over
You
here?
haven't
again?
turned tail and run yet.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, how quickly can I? But yeah, I don't want to interrupt them in their meal. Nah, I get it. When I'm eating too, I don't want anyone interrupting me. And this is who again?
Delmonico.
Delmonico again. Yeah. So, yeah. Honestly, I have to admit, they're so much gentler than I ever could have thought, and just so friendly. Love them. Yeah. Hey, buddy.
But there is, and all cows have their favorite friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like no, you'll see the same cow with the same other cow forever.
Yeah?
you know.
Really?
Well, they have their spot. They lay in the barn too.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own stall.
There's
Okay.
Felicia and Everest. They're best
Mhm.
friends. Half of the time I scrape around the barn, I find them right next to each other.
Love that. So funny. Who was the cow that was right up in the camera before?
That was
That was
outlaw.
outlaw.
Outlaw, okay.
She's their first
Yeah.
lactation.
Okay.
Technically.
Curious
Yeah.
girl.
And when the cows are grazing, so as a dietitian, I also think a lot about food. Do they tend to go for any particular types of grass, or do they like have a favorite food?
They'll go for the clovers first.
Okay.
Yeah, they taste the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like a hierarchy with like who gets to the clovers first, and they kind of push each other out of the way for that?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
race across the field to make sure.
Really?
And
Yeah.
then they'll work their baby way back home.
Right.
Sometimes they get in the squabbles.
Yeah. I mean, it's like fighting over like the last cookie or something, right?
Right.
You want to make sure you get it. So, buddy, hey,
Being a good sport.
I know. Let me pet you. Any other kind of fun facts or stories you guys want to share about the cows and everything? Oh my gosh, looky up there.
Biggie was just a little calf. She stepped on a nail.
No, she was heifer.
Yeah. She stepped on a nail, I'm pretty sure when we bought her.
Yeah.
And it got infected, so part of her feet, they're all big and...
Half of her hoof.
She lost a part of her toe.
Yeah, but it sounds like you know how to care for them
Oh, yeah.
so well here. Yeah.
But we've taken good care of her, and she's the oldest cow we've had.
Mhm.
Well, we have one other cow, but she died.
And if a cow gets sick or has an injury, is there a special way you care for them with organic standards?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can give them Banamine, which is like heavy duty aspirin. So that's our main goal, is to keep them eating
Yeah.
and drinking and healthy. I mean, in that sense, we usually put them in a pen so that if anything does happen, they're in a safe spot.
Yeah.
And but prevention is the best medicine.
Yeah, for sure. Just like us, right?
Yeah.
Catch it early, and then it's not a big deal.
Yeah, thank goodness. Well, I have had such a great time. See that farm, the cow, right for free. Hanging out on the farm and getting to talk with you guys. Honestly, this has been such an amazing experience. As a first-time person on a farm, my opinion has definitely changed. They're, so friendly and just like gentle giants. And I loved hearing about their personalities and everything there. So thank you guys so much. Coming up next, we will be joining Christina Drosiak, and she will be chatting with you guys, I believe, and some other organic farmers about the history of organic farming, the day-to-day, and everything related to that. So hope you guys will tune in a little bit and join us. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.